What up, y'all? On today's video, I'm doing a reaction and a review for Nasir's new album, Nasir. Y'all ready? It's lit.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? I'm back. Now, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B kid, and you're tuned into another episode of On the Bright Side. But if this is your first time on my channel, please go ahead and subscribe, because on this channel I'll talk all things music and entertainment. We're always keeping things positive and always finding the bright side of everything. And then after you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you can get the post notifications. So every time I post a new video, you're gonna see it. Okay? Cool. Okay, y'all, so like I said, this is going to be a reaction and a review for Nas's new album, Nasir. This is Nas's 11th studio album being released on Mass Appeal and Def Jam. Mass Appeal is Nas's own label that he created a long time ago, and they work under Def Jam. And this is the 4th of 5 albums being released this summer from good music artists. 7-track albums being released by good music artists. At first, we have Pusha T's Daytona album, which when I first heard it, I thought it was not that good, but I actually love it now. Then we had Kanye West's Ye album, which I did a review for as well. That was cool. Then we had the Kids See Ghost album, which I mentioned in my drop episode 5, so go check out that video. Probably put the cut up right here. That was a dope project. And now we have Nas's album, and then next week we're going to be having Tiana Taylor's album, which is now being abbreviated as KTSE. So I don't know what that album is going to bring, but I'm excited for her because y'all motherfuckers keep sleeping on Tiana Taylor, so stop doing that. But like I said, this is Nas's 11th studio album. I'm kind of mad at Nas and his camp because I was trying to get this video done for you guys yesterday on Friday when the album came out, but the album didn't actually officially drop online until I think like 9, 10, 11 p.m. or something like that. So by that time I was already hanging out with my boys, so I could not make this video. But it's now Saturday morning and the album is here, so I'm gonna do this reaction for you guys. And I'm really looking forward to this album because we've not had an album from Nas in about 6 years. I just did a review for Christina Aguilera's new album Liberation as well. You can check out that video. I'll probably put the cut up right here. And just like Christina Aguilera, both of them are like 90s, 2000s legends who have not released an album in 6 years. So I'm really excited for this album, but also kind of nervous because I don't really know what a 7-track album at that, being completely produced by Kanye and some other people is going to sound like for Nas. So I'm nervous, but I'm excited too at the same time. So Nas and Nasir, y'all ready to get into it? Let's do it. Track 1, Not for Radio, featuring Diddy and 070 Shake.
Escobar season begins.
Escobar season begins. Amen. Yo, shout out to Nas, man.
For no pictures in 2018. Candid shit only. Scared motherfucker.
Candid shit only. Yeah, man.
Black Egyptian God summoned from heaven. Blessed, dressed in only go yard. Who got all kinds of guys saying we go way back.
Hey.
Comparing me to his nonsense. Show gratitude in the presence of dominance.
Hey, come on. Y'all know Nas is God. Come on, Nas. You better know that you're God, bro. You better know that you're God.
Willie Lynch is a myth. Colombians created crack. The government made stacks. Reagan had Alzheimer's. That's true. Fox News was started by a black dude. Also true. Convince my experience.
I didn't know that. Fox News was started by a black guy?
Felt established fake as he smiled handshake.
Yo, why is Nas woke as fuck? Nas been woke, y'all.
That's why they be killing us and shooting us. That's why they feel uncomfortable around us. Because of our greatness. You're lucky God made us compassionate.
Oh, amen.
Man.
Come on, Diddy.
They scared of us now.
They scared of us. That's why they kill us, because of our greatness. Amen. Shit. Track 2, Cops Shot the Kid.
At night they have a curfew, right? Niggas have to be home by 11, niggas over 12. And you be trying to get home, you know, doing your crew runs. You know,
Dope sample. Cop shot. Is that Slick Rick?
I don't want to hurt nobody. We just came here to party.
Hey.
Exchange some names. I'm a top shot, the kid, stay in your lane.
Hey.
Same old same.
Hey.
Liquor, champagne for pain. Slap boxing in the street. Crack the hydrant in the heat. Cop cars on the creek. White kids are brought it alive. Black kids get hit with like 5.
Oh.
You panic, you going down. The disadvantages of the brown. How in the hell the parents gonna bury their own kids, not the other way around?
Oh.
Reminds me of Emmett Till. Let's remind them why cat meals.
If you don't know about the Emmett Till story, go look that up.
Stay tuned up and down your timeline.
Okay, Kanye.
Fake news, people is all lying. Money is being made when a mob cries. Won't be satisfied till we all die. Tell me who do we call to report crime? If 911 doing a drive-by, it's certain things I can't abide by. Working 9 to 5.
Dope verse by Kanye. Dope verse. Oh, that beat and that concept was everything. Damn. Track 3, White Label.
A vet styling in Met Gala, tuna salad from La Scala, black sweat, swallow, lot of reefer. Got it hard to chin grabber, neck choker in her mouth spitter, blouse ripper, ass gripper, that dig you out nigga. I ain't gonna hold you, old head gave me old news. You impressed with what they wearing, I started that.
Hey. This track is interesting. I don't know if I'm in love with it like that, but it's interesting.
The product is slick rich. We building businesses. You could be mad if you want.
Hey.
Bubbles we see. Drinking like Dean Martin is nothing to me. The spirits is something I can't part in. It's fun to be me. So cheers, here's to the Kanye production to see. War of the Roses.
I like that I was talking about his demons with alcohol because I want to talk about that later. This track was cool. Subtle beat. No. Track 4, Bonjour, featuring Tony Williams. Yo, now I was about to get on his like I go to Paris and and Santorini shit.
Sure, I'm spoiled. Hit up the south of France.
I said it. Hit up the south of France.
She didn't see me coming. Now she's an eyewitness. Let's say les bon temps roulés.
Now she's an eyewitness. Oh, she didn't see me coming. Now she's an eyewitness. Hold on, that was dope. Let me go back to that.
She didn't
see me coming. Now she's an eyewitness. Hey.
Let's say les bon temps roulés. Say ah so the kids could play. All this money we getting could be gone in a minute.
Amen. Right, you gotta invest your money, y'all.
That's long-term stress. I got a meal for every bump on your face. That's what I call a blessing.
I got a meal for every bump on your face. Now that's a blessing. Oh shit. This song is interesting as fuck and funny as hell at some points. I feel like this is gonna be like the one like breezy song on the album. Like when Nas talking about his like, you know, I'll go on vacation, I'm lit type shit. These beats are very interesting so far. They're timeless. They don't sound like 2018. They're just timeless, but still bang. Track 5, Everything, featuring The Dream.
See, you'll never conclude with anyone else. Don't think the same as everyone else. I had a dog boy, don't you cry. There's too much life left in those eyes. Don't you let that face go waterfall. Don't you learn to love your scars and all. Dog boy, don't you die. They're just human, let them lie.
Oh, I'm about to cry, y'all. As a black boy, I'm about to cry. And I'm just looking at the cover and I'm like, man. I love this. As a person, I feel like I'm a supporter of like, you know, thinking for yourself and being on your own shit, and don't be afraid to like be a lone wolf and think for yourself and be on your own vibe. Like, I love this. I love this intro to this song. It's everything. No pun intended. Okay.
I could change anything. I could change anything.
When the media slings mud, we use it to build huts. Irrefutable facts, merciful, beautiful, black, beloved brother. You fail to embarrass them, harassing them. To my life, your life pales in comparison. Both will do anything to be involved in everything. Inclusion is a hell of a drug. Some people have everything.
Inclusion is a hell of a drug. That is so. Nas, what? Let me wind that back.
Then everything, inclusion is a hell of a drug. Some people have everything they probably ever wanted in life and never have enough.
Oh man, that's real shit. Come on, Nas. Inclusion is a hell of a drug. That is some real shit. And that's the problem with society today. Everyone's trying to be included. And nobody wants to just do their own shit. It's real.
Taking his first immunization shots, but this is great. The child's introduction to suffering and pain. Understands without words, nothing to explain. The rush to the brain, looking up at his parents' face like, I thought you would protect me from this scary place.
Oh man.
Who's gonna Starbucks is brought by Nestle? Please don't arrest me. I need to use your restroom and I ain't buy no espresso soon enough.
Ah, Nas, come on. You better call out Starbucks. Wow, this is one of my favorites already. I love the simple boom bap beat too. It's everything. I could change everything. Yeah. Kanye sounds dope on this record.
Watch me as I walk by dead rich whites. Mad a nigga bought his crib. They hang up pictures of black Christ. Circular driveways, black cars, and black ice.
Hey, yo!
Kill just cause I got your support don't mean you buying me. I'm buying back the land owned by the slave masters where my ancestors lived. Made it happen.
Nas was woke before woke was a thing, y'all. Nas was woke before woke was a thing. And this track is inspiring me so much. This track is so inspirational. Especially to young black men. Like, this track is everything. No pun intended. Damn. Yo, the bars Nas spit on this track. Oh my god. And then you got the Dream and Kanye with the vocals on the hook. Come on, man. Everything. I changed everything. Damn. Anything. I would do anything. I could change everything. Come on, man. Track 6, Adam and Eve, featuring The Dream.
Die on their own sword. Journey far, learn who you can be, but you can learn who you are when you around family. Chip off the shoulders of soldiers. Eating foie gras and caviar. Listen.
I love this old piano, it's dope.
The force of this banger, yeah, my language advanced. My cadence amazing. The voice triggers something. What is this conundrum?
It did.
The clouds scurry, your spirit rumble, a boyish smile. Still puff the loud, it's nothing less than a quarter pound.
Hey.
Every verse that I write, burst light brings away.
Yo, Nas, man.
After my morning walk, they ain't stopped printing money cause they made mine. I learned to stretch time. These are the best times. I'm in my neighborhood and stadiums, the Mets kind. Restaurants and Carboni, spicy rigatoni, go hard. Don't fall too far
from the apple tree. I can't wait to run this song back because I feel like it's talking about so many different things. But I feel like I didn't get everything. But this track is lit though. Track 7, Simple Things. Two-step with it, two-step with it, slow it down now. Two-step with it, I'm playing.
I'm looking in longevity's eyes.
Amen. Nas is still here after all these motherfucking years. Looks still like he's 20-something years old.
Unless my verses they purchase.
Hey.
Without production, I'm worthless, but I'm more than the surface. Want me to sound like every song on the top 40?
That's true.
For you, you not for me. You bore me. I drop.
Come on, Nas.
The schools read to their students. Look at my album, Black. Somebody agrees with the music. Simple things in life. Simple things in life. It's the simple.
I feel like he kind of touched on Khalees in this song, but this track is dope though. I love the samples in this album. Shout out to Kanye.
Rolling dice, don't everybody saying my humility's infectious. I just want my kids to have the same peace I'm blessed with.
Amen. I love how Nas talking about his kids a lot in this album too. Alrighty, y'all, so I did my reaction for Nas's new album. Now let's get into the review of the album. So guys, like I always say, this is my first listen, so you have to understand that I've only heard this album one time. And so sorry if I missed any dope lines that you probably caught after listening to it a couple times. But off of first listen, I really did love this album, guys. I think this album is amazing. The only thing that was screaming to me right now after listening to it for the first time is that I wish it was longer. Like I just only think like I feel like Nas out of everybody. I also feel like I'm gonna feel about this about Tiana too, but I feel like Nas and Tiana Taylor are two artists that need more than 7 tracks to make an album. I just feel like they need more than 7 tracks. But for what Nas did give us, this album is still amazing. I feel like Kanye, Pusha T, and Kanye and Kid Cudi, like they can handle 7 tracks and make it work. But I feel like Nas is someone who needed more than 7 tracks to really make this album. I feel like it's kind of go into the stratosphere. But it's like I said, it's still amazing for what it is. I have to say, I think the most apparent things I noticed in this album was really Nas talking about him just being a god MC, because it's fact, like Nas is one of the greatest ever. So him just showing his bars, the bars on this project were crazy, and Nas is still showing at like I think he's like 40. I want to say like Nas is like 40, in his like mid to late 40s. So you know, at this age he's still rapping than some of your favorites who are coming up right now. Like Nas is rapping better than half of these dudes out here who swear they're this shit, and who swear they're the savior for the music industry. So I'm glad Nas came in here, just kind of gave everybody a masterclass on bars and how to handle yourself on your own project lyrically, as he always does. So shout out to Nas for that. I don't think Nas really had like a story he was trying to tell on this album. It was just a lot of dope tracks, showing his skills, showing his knowledge about what he's been through, and just giving us a lot of advice and a lot of guidance and a lot of support. And I really mean people of color in general, but especially I'm gonna take it down to especially black men, young black men. This album I feel like was like I think Nas's like letter to young black men out here, trying to get them inspired, trying to get them to realize that they're young kings, trying to get them to realize their history, and trying to get them to realize where they can go in the future. So that's what we got from this album. I think some of the other apparent things I really noticed off this album was just Nas really talking about like police brutality, how that's affected black families, our corrupt political and government system, and how that's affected our community, especially disenfranchised and marginalized communities in our world. You know, I was talking a lot about his kids and legacy. A lot of things I'm seeing that related to Jay-Z's 444 album, but in different ways. So I really see a lot of parallels between this album and 444 in terms of some of the concepts and some of the themes being brought about. Very different albums, I think, sonically. I think this album was had a lot more old school samples. It was a lot more boom bap, a lot more in your face, whereas 444 is more laid back, more mellow, more jazzier. But I feel like they really got to talking about some dope, important themes for young black men coming up in our world that we all can relate to. Like I said, with the police brutality, dealing with our corrupt political system and our government system, being cognizant of like your children and your legacy, and just like the way your life is going, and how your behavior and how your decisions impact the people around you and your family and your community. And just this album, like I said, was really just about really shedding the light on how important it is to uplift black men in a time in history, like always, in a time in history where we are constantly looked at as a threat, instead of being looked at as a beautiful people who have so much to contribute, to culture because of our greatness. He said that off of the first track, and that already had me hype as hell for the album. So shout out to Nas for that. And yeah, sonically I love this album because I feel like I said before, I feel like the beats were timeless. The old school soul samples by Kanye. Shout out to Kanye for getting back to his old, his old style with using the old school R&B and soul and jazz samples, and they worked with like the simple boom bap beats, like I said before. This album really felt like an old school Nas album, but also like mad modern at the same time. So I loved it for that. And I think the only other critique I'd have for the album, other than the fact that I wish it was longer, was just the fact that I don't think Nas, well maybe, okay, this is not for the album, but I have to talk about it because I'm a real guy. I gotta talk about it. I don't think Nas exactly needed to flesh it out on his album, because this album is gonna be here for life, and this will probably blow over in some time, and not that it should, but I really wish Nas would address all these police, I'm not gonna say allegations because I'm pretty sure they're true, but I really wish Nas would take more time in the media right now to address all the things that Khalees was talking about when it came to their relationship when they were when they were dating back in the day, about how he was allegedly very abusive, like emotionally and maybe sometimes physically, and she said she also fought him too. Like they both fought each other. They both were very abusive and violent towards each other in the midst of their child too. So I would love for Nas to kind of address that kind of more head on in interviews and in media, pretty much saying, you know, what his, you know, addressing his discretions, his past discretions, and kind of like owning up to them, but also moving forward and kind of like letting his past mistakes be an example for the young black man coming up. I feel like he touched on it in some songs. I feel like he touched on it a little bit in Simple Things, the last track off the album, but I really wish like Nas just like not necessarily for the album, but really more so in interviews and stuff. Like for the listening party he had in Queensboro yesterday, like all the interviews that I saw him doing, he didn't talk about none of that stuff at all. And I'm pretty sure he told all the reporters and, you know, interviewers don't talk about police and all that stuff. But I just wish, as a very mature guy, I wish Nas kind of just like talked about it. Because we've all made our mistakes, we've all done shit in our past, but that doesn't mean we can't bring them to light and use them as an example of how we came through the fire, and let that be inspiration for other people. So I really wish Nas would do that more often right now at this point in his career. But just coming back to the album, you know, I really feel like Nas really uses 7 tracks well to talk about so much stuff. Nas is someone who really doesn't let a lot of time waste on his albums. So like I said, while I do feel like, you know, I wish it was longer, he did use the 7 tracks very well. I'm very proud of Nas for really being someone who is like kind of off the first track. He's not trying to get radio hits. He's not trying to get club bangers out here. He's just trying to give you real rap, real bars, real stories, real skill, and just realness, and a dope package. This album cover, if I want to talk about it, I really want to know, you know, all your thoughts on this album cover. Let me know what y'all think about it. I have my own interpretation. I really feel like this album cover is a symbolization of how I feel like these young black boys on this album cover, right? I feel like there are symbolizations of how this could be a line of like grown black men holding guns and all that stuff, and being viewed as a threat. But instead of that, Nas gave us young black boys, showing us that these young black boys can eventually grow up to be those grown black boys who we all look at as, not all of us, but who a lot of people look at as threats to the world, you know, police and all that stuff. So I feel like the boys holding up the guns show how these young black boys can grow up to be those black men who are using guns, you know, being in that life and being looked at as a threat. Whereas the boys holding the robot are showing the innocence of young black men, and showing how even the most troubled black men who get into crime and who get into all that stuff and who deal with negative shit later on in their life, at some point there were young black boys who were innocent and who were just worried about having fun with like something like a toy robot. So that's what I got from this album. I kind of got from this album cover, it showed me the fact that Nas is showing us the importance of looking at everybody, not even just black men, but everybody as children, as innocent children at the core of who we are, but also realizing how things like violence and crime and all of our demons tend to start infiltrating our lives as we get older. But that doesn't mean we don't ever stop being the kids we once were. And I feel like that kind of relates to the track, I think was it Ghost Town on Ye's album, so shout out to that. But yeah, this album was amazing, guys. I loved it. For my rating, I'll probably give it a 4 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because I feel like this album could have been even doper if it was longer, and maybe some other producers had contributed to it. But Kanye did his thing. I was worried about Kanye, you know, not really making this project how it should have been, but I think Kanye did a dope job producing the beats. And obviously Nas did his thing over the beat, so I'm very happy with everybody involved. Some other producers we had on this album were, let's see, we also had Mike Dean producing a lot of the tracks as well with Kanye. We had Benny Blanco and Cashmere Cat on the first track. We had Andrew Dawson on Cops Shot the Kids. We also had Boogs, The Beast. We had Che Pope. And yeah, so those are most of the producers. We also have some other guys too, but those are the main producers working on the album. I really do love this album, guys, but for my rating, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Alright y'all, so that was my reaction and my review for Nasir's new album, Nasir. Now comment down below what you think about the album. Let me know what was your favorite track. I think my favorite tracks right now off our first listen are probably Cop Shot the Kid and Everything featuring The Dream. Those are probably my favorite tracks. I might have some more later, but those are my favorite tracks right now. But comment down below what was your favorite track. If you didn't like any of the tracks, let me know. Let me know what you think about the album. Do you think it was a masterpiece? Do you think it was kind of okay? Do you think it was whack? Let me know down below as well. Let me know what you think about Nas's career right now and his police allegations and all that stuff, the cover. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Alright, cool. And if you haven't already, hit this video with a like, hit that like button. If you watched this whole video and you enjoyed it, you might as well hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, okay? Appreciate you. And like I always say, guys, live your best life, drink more water, stay woke, and if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite song and make you feel better, okay? Go listen to your favorite song. But this has been your boy Brights, the R&B Kid. Thank you for watching. But for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. Relax just a little bit, you don't gotta worry, you can just